What's going on, y'all? It's Chelsea with Stage Rate Secrets, and I'm here with Natalie Stovall on the drive. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us back.
Of course. I know, it's been 1 year officially since I had my first interview ever, and it was these guys, so kind of exciting.
That's so fun.
So happy CMA Fest, first of all.
Thank you.
Finally that time of year again.
I know.
If you could have, like, if money was no option, and you could do anything at your fan party, if you had like a fan party, what would you do? Money is no option.
Moon golf.
Okay.
Go to the moon.
NASA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had this idea. We saw this place in Vegas one time that it's a bowling alley that is staffed by all drag queens. And they have this thing called Tiny Whitey Tuesday.
Yeah, and the place was called Drink and Drag.
Drink and Drag.
Drink and
That was
drag.
the name of it.
Okay.
And they have Tiny Whitey Tuesday, so if you show up in your underwear, you bowl for free
On Tuesday.
on Tuesdays. And we were thinking how amazing it would be to have a fan party there. Now that doesn't exist in Nashville, so we just have to open a Drink and Drag in Nashville.
There we go.
Nashville's not.
So that we can have a fan party.
Nashville might not be entirely prepared for Drink and Drag.
It might not be,
It
but
might not be, but there's only one way to find out.
How much fun would that be?
it would be so much fun, honestly.
Everybody have to show up in their underwear.
I think
Or everyone shows up dressed like Natalie in drag. Well, I mean, like,
I love
not Natalie in drag, but like,
Not,
we,
yes, y'all are in
we
drag.
would be in drag, dressed like Natalie.
yeah.
There wouldn't be much of a difference though if I was in drag. It would probably just be a little bit more makeup and a little bigger hair.
Yeah.
And I'd be about.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we can like we can go to Key West and, see what we can use from them too. We'll just stem from different places. Does that work?
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
Yes, I'm in.
All
I
right.
agree.
Also,
Joel's in.
okay, that's all
Really?
that matters, right? All right. So if you could have 3 people, if you were just stranded on an island, and you could have 3 people performing at the Nissan Stadium with you, who would it be?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you two probably should be there, I think.
You would say me too.
Yeah.
Now, are there people, if we're on a desert island, are there people in the audience for the show? Or
No,
are you just like,
this is
It's
all
just our dream. It's our dream scenario.
It's
So
all-
he would
so
say
it's just like a
you two.
desert island
He would
jam
say-
session?
He would say Steven Tyler or
Okay.
Aerosmith.
Can the edge bring still pedal?
Sure, you can bring whatever you
Somewhere
want.
to plug it in.
I would say
Just listen to it.
Keith Urban would
Hear
be.
this at 10.
He would be mine.
That would be a good
Yeah, and you just have to pick one because we can't all pick somebody. I know you said 3, but.
That's okay. Yeah,
They're all
just pick somebody. Yeah,
These
all
three, between 3 and 5.
Between 3 and
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Three
The-
things.
Yeah.
I would say the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you would.
Good. Good ones. Good ones. So, speaking of heartbreakers.
Ooh, transition. I like
What a
that.
difference a year makes.
Yeah.
Transitions are slamming.
Yeah, I'm on point. You guys are on point. This is just great.
This is good.
I'm
We're
really
just
excited.
Amazing.
cranking out the hits.
So, Heartbreak came out in February.
Yes.
How has the release of the EP increased the energy and the vibe at the live shows?
Well, it's always, it always makes a difference when your music is out there and people can actually sing it back to you rather than when the songs are new and they haven't heard them yet before.
Right.
And so having the video on CMT has been huge. CMT and GAC have both been playing it, and so it's been amazing because, I mean, even we were in Minnesota on Saturday night, and it was so awesome because I looked out and every single song on the EP, people were singing at the top of their lungs to us. And so it was just like, yes,
It's happening.
Awesome.
It's happening.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, you guys. If you haven't picked it up yet, Heartbreak, it's
Just buy it now.
now.
Just
Pause, go buy it, and then come
We'll
back.
time you. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, go.
The rest of the interview will make a lot more sense. We don't want to like.
It's on Spotify too, so you can listen on
Perfect.
Spotify, you can
Yeah.
stream it, you can buy it, you
Yeah.
can do all the things.
All things. So, you're gonna be playing the Army birthday celebration.
Yes.
How did that happen?
We have played out there at Fort Knox before, and so it's really fun to get to go back. But we do a lot with the military. Like we've played a lot of bases here in the States, and we've played a lot of bases overseas.
Right.
And so it always means a lot to us when we get to do that. And my father's a retired Army colonel, so
Oh, wow.
he's super stoked that we're playing the Army birthday celebration. He's definitely coming to that. And that's a really cool event to be a part of and to be asked to be a part of.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, it's a big fun celebration, and everybody, it's not just the servicemen and women, but their families will be there too. So it's just a big party.
That's so incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So awesome. Okay, so I was driving to work one day, and all of a sudden I hear Mr. Bobby Bones of the Bobby Bones Show talk about Natalie Stovall on the drive. And I may or may not have almost caused a car accident because I was like, oh my gosh, and then they played Amazing Grace, and I was just so blown away. How did he find you? How did that happen?
So the very first time that we were ever on the Bobby Bones Show, it was right after Baby Come On With It had come out, and they asked us to come in and be on the show. And they asked us, we were playing Baby Come On With It, but then they asked all of the artists to play a cover because they had a lot of people in that week because there had been some big floods that happened in the Midwest, and so it was raising money for those. And as we were all talking about what cover we should do, a lot of our covers are kind of party songs, or
people are throwing out ideas. They're like, go play Hard to Handle.
Right.
Flood release. That sounds
Living on the Edge, Christmas.
they sound.
Not so much.
Yeah, like do Prince. You're like, what? No, it's not. Purple Rain would be so inappropriate for a flood.
Absolutely not.
And so, Joel and I had worked up Amazing Grace before for another thing, and so it just felt like the most appropriate thing to play. So we played it that morning on the show, but the most incredible thing was Bobby and the show have played that version of the song many times throughout the last couple of years, like just when there's been something where Amazing Grace would be appropriate. And so that was really before I knew Bobby that well, and he's even had us in again to play it again since then. But that was just a really cool thing the way that all worked out, because
I mean, he's the biggest country morning radio show
Yeah.
in all radio.
Well, I can always
According to him.
Well, yeah.
definitely according to him.
Yeah, according to him, I think.
The craziest thing is every time they played Amazing Grace on the show, I never knew before they do it. They didn't tell me or anything, but I would always know when I would get up in the morning and my Twitter would have gone bananas, and I would be like, what happened this morning? What did we do? Like we weren't on Jimmy Fallon last night. Like, why is my Twitter blowing up? And then
Maybe.
yeah, and then I would see that they had just played Amazing Grace again, and it would be
That's incredible.
That's so cool.
That's incredible. What a person to have a partnership with.
I know. He's been so supportive of us, and it's been a lot of fun to be a part of the Raging Idiots whole craziness. I mean, just playing fiddle in that band and getting
They're crazy. We
nuts.
did see them in Tortuga with you, and it was the chemistry that happens between y'all. You're playing Devil Goes Down Georgia, and I couldn't stop watching.
Oh,
I couldn't
thank
stop
you.
watching. She does some awesome backbendy things too. It's really cool. Oh, check it out.
I stole a couple of things from our show, put them in with the Bobby Bones show.
I usually do the backbending thing.
Okay,
Yeah, that's usually Joel.
Pretty Limber. All right.
Yeah, he's much more flexible than you would think.
And you are playing with Bobby Bones and the Raging Idiots for the Wonderful Women of Country.
Yes.
This week.
Yes.
Are there any surprises in store?
Oh, there might be, and I probably don't know about them because Bobby tends to just have an idea in his head and then say, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and whether the band knows it or not, we play it. Like this last weekend, he at soundcheck said, "I want to play the thong song." You know Cisco, the thong song? Yeah, we're gonna play that. So we played the thong song in front of thousands of people.
How'd that go?
It was very interesting.
How'd that go?
It was.
Everyone loves the thong song.
We played the thong song.
Right.
It was crazy.
Did lyrics on point?
Oh yeah, he knew every word. Yeah, it was awesome.
I don't know if that's
Of course he did, but
I don't know if that's terrifying or
Well, it's like a weird, most people don't know, but every morning before he goes on air, he just looks himself in the eyes in the mirror and recites the lyrics to the song. And that's how he like gets psyched. You know?
Secret secrets.
Yeah, so really it wasn't like he had to learn anything for the,
We're
so
giving
it
you
was
the
cool.
inside scoop on Bobby Bones here.
Yeah, I've got all the info.
Good. We'll get with you
It may
later.
or may not be true, but I'll give it.
Okay.
You'll give all the info, yeah.